Hey everybody, it's your buddy Mike Messier, and look, I'm doing a little house cleaning here myself. You see the exercise equipment, you see the Ultimate Warrior. If you can see that, that's me and the Warrior. There you go. So I just thought I'd check in with this live video. Sometimes I'm afraid to go live because I'm afraid of what I might say. Quite honestly, I do swear a lot. Some people have issues with my vulgarity, but it's professional wrestling, folks. So what we're talking about here is, I was informed that Daniel Bryan, and I am aware of the situation. Daniel Bryan, heel turn, defeats AJ Styles. Probably the most interesting thing is, where do they go with this Daniel Bryan Brock Lesnar match? If they're both, Lesnar is so hard to say. Is he a heel? What is he? They can still have the match, and they can have a Shabazz finish. Seems a little silly, that Lesnar never jobs to anybody. If it's going to be Lesnar versus Daniel at Survivor Series, it's kind of a tricky thing because, what do they do if they have this freshly minted heel, Daniel Bryan, who's 180, 190 pounds, against Brock, who's probably 280 right now? Or you could just keep AJ in the match and not have it title versus champion. It's not title for title. You could do whatever you want to do. I mean, it's WWE. They can do whatever they want. Uh, you know, Reactions. Good for Daniel. I think it's cool that Daniel gets to play heel a little bit. I mean, I think it's an interesting storyline. You have two guys who kind of fill the same niche, meaning Daniel and AJ, two technical masters who are both baby faces. The cliche of the white meat baby face. They kind of piss on each other's backyard, so why not have them go after each other? As far as Brock Lesnar goes, I don't really like the Brock Lesnar character or the person, so I don't care about him. As far as this Becky Lynch, she looked, I did, to give myself credit, I did have a feeling, just seeing the clips last night, that Becky was not going to be in any shape to wrestle on Sunday against Ronda Rousey. Her face, a beautiful woman, doing great things with her career, but I mean, her health has got to come first. So for the wrestling fans that are upset, or the WWE fans that are upset that Becky can't wrestle, and they feel that WWE is somehow holding her back, all I can say is, woman's health is going to come first, or a man's health, and it's just not fair to think that she shouldn't be allowed to fully recover. Hello to the new watchers there. It's Mike Messier talking about this Becky Lynch thing. Just saying, her health's got to come first. She did about as good as interview as she could have done. Would have been a little bit nicer if they had milked that Charlotte Becky confrontation a little bit, or that eye to eye. They could have played that up a little bit more. I did find Asuka to be kind of eager to fight. Um, poor Oscar. She seems like she really does want to have a match with somebody. I mean, but they had her pick Charlotte. That's fine. I mean, I predicted that this morning. So hi to everyone watching. As far as other thoughts about the state of WWE right now, look, on a hardcore note, that news came out that more news. Just Google it, YouTube it, about the killing of the journalist. Not a good look for WWE to be associated with that right now. Just if you're joining us, the WWE has got a new problem, I guess, if you want to consider it that. There's more information about that killing from last month, and the WWE was over there glad handing a few weeks ago, as we know. So, just wanted to say hi to all the people out there. I got plenty of pro wrestling rants. Some of my better ones are Dear Wrestling. It's me, Mike. That's a great rant. If you can find me and Vince Russo, the hour-long conversation of me and Vince Russo is on the Mike Messier channel. But yeah, I want to show you some other stuff, everybody. If you see that, that's an ECW photograph that I took at Barely Legal. And another one, if you can see that one. Um, and I'm going to show you a picture here of me and someone you may or may not, you should know who this is if you're a wrestling fan. Harley Race. That's me and Harley Race, handsome Harley Race. And just a cool thing. I'll show you some more wrestling stuff. Ox Baker, the Iron Sheik, and myself. And this was, and if there's any editors in the New England region, I'm in Rhode Island. There's a project that I've been sitting on for a while. I have some great footage of really old, like a real special thing with pro wrestling. If there's any editors out there that want to get involved in a wrestling project, more wrestling stuff. This Macho Man, this is a Macho Man action figure that someone like hybrided. This is not even a custom. This is like someone just pulling off the Patriot's head and putting it on the Macho Man. It's kind of a creepy figure, but anyway, more good stuff in here. Mike Messier as Hamlet, so to speak. I got this Jeff Jarrett floating around. Here we go. Jeff Jarrett, Double J. I did go to the Bruce and Conrad show last month. Sylvester Stallone up there, Mickey Mouse. What else do I have? Me and the Nate, Ric Flair, and Mike Messier. There's the autograph. Got to get a new frame for that. So just kind of having fun. You know, I'm under a lot of stress these days, folks. I'll be honest with you. I'm going through some tough times, hard times myself. But I do appreciate people checking in. If you want to watch the beginning of the video, I talked about, Daniel Bryan and winning the title. Hey, man, if he's got the opportunity to explore a heel side to him, great. You know, Ricky Steamboat never got to go heel. So we get to see a guy like Daniel Bryan go heel and see where he can go with this. And he's kind of got that. I don't want to give him the credit of having the loose cannon Brian Pillman in him, but he does have some cool stuff. So anyway, folks, if anyone has any, I do have a lot of wrestling stories. I've been watching pro wrestling for a long time, as you know. And, I've been through some great times with pro wrestling. ECW, going back to Crockett. I mean, I went to King of the Ring 94, went 0-1. I've seen a lot of independent shows. Ring of Honor, the first couple of years of Ring of Honor, I used to go on road trips down to Philly. So, I mean, if people want to hear these stories, make a request if you have a topic or something that you want to hear Mike talk about, about pro wrestling. I'm just kind of giving you my conversations. And I was thinking tonight, like, why do I even do these videos? It really is, it's just a way of connecting with people and kind of promoting myself as a filmmaker and stuff. But I do have some great wrestling stories and anecdotes, and I like sharing them with people. Bruiser Brody book. It's a great book right there. Maybe I'll show you guys some other books that I read. I do read books. Somebody just left. The Zen and the Art of Making a Living. If you ever get a chance to read that, I do recommend it. So anyway, it's nice to have an audience. It's nice to have people checking in, seeing what the hell's going on. I'll show you this collage. I got to reframe it. If we can get a good image of this. But this is hardcore shit. ECW, folks. I don't know if you can see that properly. But yeah, okay, thanks for watching. I guess I'll let you go. Mike Messier at the Homestead. Congratulations to Daniel Bryan, Becky Lynch, safety first. We'll be seeing you next time. See you at the matches, Mike Messier. Watch the Mike Messier Pro Wrestling Rants.